A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And the Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Baker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And the Mustangs can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw it. Finds his man. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, Dave, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are against the blitz, and he found it there, dumping it off to his back.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Pulls it in. It's Baker. Across the 25. He's got room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know
Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, SMU!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Working that left side now. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets it out fast. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Turning it on. Big play. Takes him into bust territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Lost one deep down the right side. It's caught. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Memphis. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? That the quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. The Mustangs will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Going to swing it on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Baker. They'll stop him at the 22 after a 5-yard pickup.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. Now he'll throw back into the middle. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes, getting to the football.
Making side adjustments here. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this 2nd period ought to be a lot of fun. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll move the tight end. He wants to throw it. Here's a heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Fires to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
I love the way this defense is fighting down here close to their own goal line, right? They get a sack on the first play. Great coverage on the 2nd one, knocking it away. Here comes a huge 3rd down. Can they do it again? Can they come up with another big one?
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. They'll send the back in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Calls it in. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
It's now 4th and goal.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Swings it out to his running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Denson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
That's reeled in. It's played. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Non-native receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
complete.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He leaves it with his back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds a man in the middle. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You've set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here and stay on the field and go for it on fourth down, hoping to get a touchdown.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Absolutely perfect. And guys, that 3-ball has us all tied up here in the second.
and you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds us back in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the move. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Mustangs. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Going right to work up top. Here's the pressure. Snagged out of the air. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Pulls it in on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to run it. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. Snags it inside the 20. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time. And the offense gets a huge explosive play.
He's got it on the run. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the back. They want to run this quarterback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him. And that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Oh, they're after him. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Pump? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Throws to the back. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Buys a little time. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind end.
Flips it out in the flat. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Second down coming up. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the 1st down. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd?
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Got his man on the right. Still on his feet at the 45.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He smashes his way through again. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The screen, he can go. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Western Michigan was far from the friendly confines of Kalamazoo, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Off the RPO, complete. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And the Mustangs are on the move.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, Mustangs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll move the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, Reason, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. The Mustangs in the hurry up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Got him, and nobody's close. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Looking to throw again. Quick completion on the out. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long. 1st down marker just short of the goal line. Rushes on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Right down the boulevard. And they've regained the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. On target to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there because the QB got it to his guy early. He was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Everett. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Grab behind the line. It's Everett. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Motion from the wideout. A design run for the quarterback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Memphis! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 10 over Western Kentucky. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early.
There he goes. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Grabbed behind the line. It's Denson. At the 40, there he goes. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get some points.
What a play call in a 2-minute situation. They find the shot opportunity, and they take advantage of it, flipping the field. They've now put themselves in a chance to come back and win this thing.
The give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Gonna let it fly. Picked off to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0.